Hello and welcome. Um, the energies have been super intense. Um, I've hardly been able to do any readings, but it feels like it's lifting now, and we've been clearing out a whole lot. I get a temperance energy, balancing out dark and light, seeing things for what they are, and that might have brought up a lot of anger, a lot of old wounds, maybe some victimhood, feeling sorry for ourselves, wounded. There's a lot of exhaustion. We've been doing so much energetic work, consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously. But let's get some energies. This card keeps popping up as I shuffle. I keep seeing it, the fear card. And that's kind of like what's been happening. Where she's standing, it's like a stormy, cloudy, and on this side, it's the skies are clear and it's lighter. And that's kind of like, but she's almost on the, just in between it, but still in the dark. And that's kind of how it's been feeling. The energies have been feeling like that. But again, it's number 5 card, change and transitions. We were balancing out our distorted energies and our divine energies. And I think we might have seen things about ourselves and other people that we didn't like. But again, once we step into the light, then it becomes clear. And now we see truths. Some of it really hard to swallow. But necessary for us to make the changes that will move us forward. So let's get a few cards for the energies right now. Okay, give me one for right now, the recent past. One for the recent past, please. Although that fear card is the recent past. One card for the recent past, please. Two. Consciousness, present power. Today I've been getting the tiger energy. And the past little while, recent past, we've been getting the lion energy. This guy is looking really smug because he's tamed these energies, these wild beasts. I mean, these are majestic animals, but he's tamed them. But if you look at them, they don't look wounded, they don't look hurt, they don't look broken like most captive animals do. He's befriended them and tamed them. And they know their power and their strength. They could still overcome him, but they don't, because they trust him, because he trusts himself and he has confidence in himself. It's like the number 2 is a partnership card. It's like companionship. Each respects the other. And I feel like, yeah, this is what the recent past dark energies has been shifting us towards. And then we have 6 spirit, which is number 6 is balance and love, unconditional love, a childlike energy, family, friends, and guides. She's standing in the water here, but it's almost like she's hovering on top of it. So she's no more consumed by her emotions, but she is connected to it, but above it. So again, the temperance energy, having I don't like to use the word control over our emotions, but we know how to handle our emotions now. And I feel like there's been a lot of family, friends, dynamics that have been playing out. But also that we have so much help. And I think when we go through really, really difficult times, we get to see who are the people in our lives that are supportive and understanding, even when we are in our darkest energies, the ones that really get us. And often we feel very isolated and alone. But the people and even our guides and angels, they really come through for us when it gets so rough. Okay. At the bottom of the deck we have Ascended Masters. I don't think many of us realize that we are actually Ascended Masters on an earth journey. We are here experiencing so much pain, so much trauma. A lot of us come from backgrounds, childhoods that have been extremely traumatic and painful. And it's the hero's journey. It's that underdog energy, you come from humble beginnings or really bad beginnings, and then you go through the jungle, you go through the fight, the war, whatever it is, and you ascend and you make it out, because you were never that person, that role that you had to play. You were never that. It was just a role for a greater purpose, and it is an honor. I think it's important to remember that it is such an honor, even though at times, you wish you could just not be here anymore and you want out of it, and the karma just feels like it's too big and too much and it's just not breaking. But we are breaking so much cycles, so much trauma. These cards are so sticky. Okay, those are the ones. We have temptation, also another number 6. 15 might be a significant number. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 10 of Fire, 5 of Fire, and Transformation. I feel like in the recent past there's been lots of temptation. Things were not as they seemed, and there was almost this clone energy, this copycat energy, where these challenging times that we had was for us to gain discernment, because once we step into our abundance, you're going to be attracting positive and negative energies. And often the things that are not good for you, the tempting things, they look so much like the things that are meant for you. You could be faced with relationships where you're pursued by 2 people or many people, and they mimic each other. They look so similar, but underneath it, one or more of them are distorted and the others are light. And that could even be a job or an opportunity, and it might look like this is so amazing, but it's not actually for you. Or the things that are meant for you that is really amazing, we think this is too good to be true. It can't be. It looks a lot like this person I used to date, or this person I used to know, or that situation where I got, excuse my French, screwed over. But deep down you know, and these temptations help us to get discernment so that we know what is our real wish fulfillment, what is the real gems and the real diamonds from the fake. Nine of Cups is like a dream come true energy, and sometimes we can't recognize our dreams coming true, and sometimes we don't even know what it is that we really wish for and really want, and that's really best for us. And then you kind of have to be shown all the things that you thought you wanted but wasn't it, so that you can know what it is that is really for you. The 10 of Fire is the 10 of Wands, and that's really a end of a really tough cycle. It's the end. She's burning all these contracts, soul contracts, romantic soul contracts, contracts to family, friends, promises you've made in this life or in previous lives or before you were incarnated. It's done. They're burning. We no longer need to be attached to, yes, sometimes we have had contracts, and even in the 3D, financial contracts and that type of thing, legal contracts, vows that we've made in this life or previous lives that were intended for us to have a certain experience for a reason, but is no longer necessary. We've learned the lessons, we have changed the things that we needed to change, and we have ascended. We are always ascending, but we have to recognize how much we've grown, how much we've evolved, and how much we have ascended already. The 5 of Fire, 5 of Wands, is a card of conflict and competition, but in this deck, it's a lighter energy. The energy is fiery, but it is sort of like a motivation drive, a push. Intense but enjoyable. And I think now we can finally face conflicts and challenges with like a welcoming energy, like thank you, this is the push I need, like thank you, this is for me. And it doesn't feel like it's traumatic once you've now gone through all this temperance. When the things come at you, you're like, bring it. I see what you are. You're going to work for me, not against me. And this is the transformation that we've undergone. I am going to have to cut this short because my gardener's about to cut my grass. But I just want to get one more card for guidance. Hopefully I can get it done before he starts. And I hope whatever needed to come through they did. Give me one card, please. Okay, there we go. 8 of Scroll, Paths Unknown. And this for me is like, it's not that one. It's the one that you haven't taken before. We're starting something new.